welcome to my channel. On today's video, I want to talk about abuses in marriages, in relationship, in homes. Well, first of all, women, don't take it too hard, because I know that for real, a lot of abuses from marriages, relationship is caused by women. Physical abuses from a man is an emotional trauma from women, because a man will tend to do something that a woman doesn't understand. So the woman will need an explanation. Maybe the man doesn't want to explain why he did what he did. So the woman will start saying a lot of things that will provoke the man. If you have a man, you know what he doesn't like. Every man deserves respect, no matter how little it is. So maybe you talk to him and you don't respect him, and then he will now show his anger. That is his emotional trauma. Like, he can say the things you talk, because women talk. He can say it, and then he will now abuse you physically, maybe hit you or bundle you, or depending on, because so many men cannot control their temper, when you provoke them to that extent. You know what he doesn't play with. It could be he loves his mom so much, and you decide to talk about his mom in a way he doesn't like, but you know it, that you want to provoke him because he's not saying what you want him to say, or he's not doing what you want him to do. So you want to say something that will provoke him. So when you say things that provokes him, what will he do? He will just hit you up in front of the kids. How embarrassing that is. That's terrible. Really? That is too much. And the kids are watching. The kids will think that's the right thing to do when they grow up, because you cannot delete that thing from their mind. When they see their father abuses their mother all the time because of the mother's fault, your husband abuses you all the time when you say things like this, or when you do things like this. Why not stop? Why still doing it? Then you want to be abused. So it is not right. So women, let's just change from that. Okay? When your child see this, the child, even at the young age, he or she will start being aggressive in school. I know what I'm talking about. She will start being aggressive to different kids in school, because all the child grew up to see is violence. The environment is violence, no love, no unity, violence all the way. So the child is, how do I put it? Is digesting those violence in his body. So no matter what you do to this child, he'll be so violent. Now when he grows up to become a man or a woman, then especially the woman will say, I won't let no man treat me the way he treated my mother. But your mother will never tell you that the way he talks to your father was the reason why your father keep abusing her. Then the man, the boy child, when he becomes a man, he will want to abuse every lady, no matter how nice that lady is. The child will want to abuse that lady just because he saw the father doing it to the mother. But women, we can change this and make our homes a better place. You don't need to spoil your child like that. You don't need to put that in your child's head. The child don't deserve to grow in an environment like that. So the things that your husband don't like, you said, and he abuses you, you keep doing it. That's not right. Also, I see women don't even know a man. First time they just see a man. Second time, third time, they'll start being in a relationship. After being in a relationship, the man will move into the girl's house. That's what I see here in this country. The next thing, a child will come. And this is somebody that don't know the father of the girl. The girl does not know the father, the parent of the man. They don't know nobody. It's just you and I relationship. How does that work? Now, You don't know this guy, you just met him. You don't know the parents, you don't know the sibling, nobody. Just between one, two parties, just called. Then he starts abusing you. You don't even know what he did in the past. You don't even know if he has a record or something that you need to be careful, or you would have saved your life earlier. Then you choose to jump in without knowing nothing about him. He will abuse you here and there. Then the one that I see most is when the child is involved in the relationship. Here, both parties become enemies. Father will start fighting in court, mother will start fighting in court. Who will be in custody of this child? Here and there, all that trauma, all that problems. You would have saved yourself all the stress if you had known him earlier, if you had talked to somebody in the family. You see, this is why I like African marriages. In African marriages, you don't just go pick up a girl and then that's marriage. You will have to know the father and mother, people in both parties, family. You have to know them. Then you do a traditional marriage. That is the bond that the two families will come together. In case there's a problem in the marriage, they will now come in to see how they can settle the differences. But here in the US, there's nothing like that. You are on your own. You and I are involved. Nobody else. How does that work? You see, so a lot of abuses, you jump into things that you find yourself, you find out, because sometimes the man won't even let you out of the relationship. Go out, you're not going out. Stay in the relationship, you're not staying in the relationship. You cause yourself problems that you would have avoided right from the first time. This is why I say women cause all this for themselves without knowing. So, you see a man in your office or in the place of work, the next thing you think of, wow, I like the body, I like the way he talks. And that's it. The relationship will start. It's not right. For instance, in our society now, women can be president, can be governors, women can be senators, they can be everything, minister, or whatever they chooses to be. But remember, a woman can never be a husband. Yeah, she can be a husband, because that name, husband, is an ordained name given from God to man, to the man that is the Lord over you. There is to a man that is your coverage. You as a woman, a man is your coverage. So God has ordained that name. So no matter what you are in the society, you can be a husband. He's different. So you see why men need respect. No matter how little this man is, he's your husband. Okay, he is your husband. You can't change the fact that he's your husband. So you cannot tell him that, oh, I just wish his tenure will be over so I can move on with my life. I just wish this whole appointment to be over so I can move on with my life. Husband or marriage does not have all that. Husband is not an appointment. It's not a political career. It's not something that you say, okay, let me just wait for the next 3 months. I think I'm almost done. Let me just wait for the next 3 months. His tenure will be over so I can move on with my life. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It is a lifetime thing, a commitment. So when you do all this and then the child is involved, you move on and leave your child, you think that's okay for that child. Growing up, the father is apart, the mother is apart, and then the child is the problem. Like, the child will be suffering from what you couldn't fix. Because a lot of kids are like that. And most of the kids are aggressive because they are from broken homes, something that the mother would have fixed and the father will come together and put it together because of the kids, but they choose to go their separate ways And sometimes they don't even know nothing about the kids, where the kids are, or what's going on with the kids. I don't get. These are things that women can avoid in their family, in their homes, in their marriages, in their relationships. It can be avoidable. So, a lot of women cause problems for themselves. When you lack respect, because there's nothing that drives a man like that. When you lack respect for a man, it also drives him crazy. No matter how little he's providing, no matter how short he is, he's still doing his duties as a man, paying school fees, bills, here and there. He deserves respect. The best thing you can give to a man, it is not sex. He can get it somewhere else and be very satisfied. The best thing you can give to a man is not food. Yeah, food is good, very good. But remember, he can also get it in a restaurant. He can get the food he needs in a restaurant and be satisfied. Okay? So, the best thing is that respect. It drives men crazy when you respect a man. I said this before in my other video, but I still see a lot of things like a woman will want to talk to, like a woman will talk to her husband, like you want to poke the eyeballs out. Meaning you have lost it. You don't have no value no more for him. You lost it all. Even in public, no. Women, we have the power to put our homes together. We have the ability to do a lot of things that could not work. A woman can work. I'm not saying that you have to tolerate all nonsense. No, there's a way you can fix things to make things right in your marriage. So if you now think that, oh, you made a mistake, you were supposed to marry this one, you forgot that if God has given you whoever you had wanted to marry, you wouldn't marry him for one night. Yes, for one night. So be grateful for the husband, for what God has given to you, and then give him that respect. Don't think another place is better off than your home. Okay? So women, we can step up, you know. We can step up. We can make it better, you know. We are strong enough to make it good. So let's not build this hatred, so our kids will end up growing up to hate the parent. No, you don't do that. You don't build an atmosphere, or you don't dress up a room for that. Your kids start hating their father because he feels he abuses his mother all the time. No. I have seen a 5-year-old child poison the father because he feels that because of the things the mother used to tell him and then what he sees. But he won't understand that the mother is always insulting the father. As a child, excuse me, as a child, he doesn't understand that. But what he sees is the father abuses the mother. Guess what? So he put this poison in a tea. He was about to go to school in the morning. He dropped this poison that kills this rodent in a tea for the father. So when the father got up from the bathroom, the mother already prepared something, left it in the dining, okay? So when the father came out from the bathroom, so he wanted to have his breakfast so he can take them to school. He was even dropping them in school. Imagine, a little child. So not knowing that he had poisoned the mother didn't even see him do that. He made sure nobody saw him. He now put it in the tea. And then the father drank it. So when the father was going down from the dining, squeezing his stomach, squeezing hard, screaming, And the wife was like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Then the boy said right there that he put the rodent powder in the father's tea, and it was too late. It was just too late. Nothing anybody can do about it. The father died. Now tell me, at 5 years old, 5 years, he has the heart to do that. Tell me why he will not do that from that time till he becomes a man. Then when he gets a man, when he finally marry a woman, do you think that woman will be able to stay in a home with him? The fact that his mind is already made up, that he grew up in an abusive home. He grew up seeing the father abuses his mother, and then he had the mind to kill the father at that age. Don't you see that's going to be worse? These are things that women could avoid. Women, let me tell you, children love their mother more than anything. So no matter what you do, they will not see. But the thing is, when you sit them down and tell them, oh, it's my fault, or even when you're not telling them that, you change, you make the whole place conducive, you make the whole place comfortable without them seeing these abuses. It will go a long way. Here, I have seen here in the US, a child of 13 years killed somebody in school. You want to look at it, she's from a home that abuses, a home like that. It is terrible how women have so much power to fix things. You can fix it, you can make it okay. You don't have to make people feel that your husband is worse or something just because of your fault. So please, let's just change and be better women. You know, it's good to be, you know, I know that I'm not saying that you should take all the nonsense, but there are things that you can make it work. I know that there are few men that abuses women without them doing nothing, but those ones are sick. But the men with their right senses will not want to abuse their lovely wife without any reason. Look, this body is so precious. Nobody should put marks on your body because he feels you're insulting. If you're insulting him, you're looking down on him. I don't like nobody laying their hands on my body. So don't allow that, women. We are strong. We can do a lot of stuff. Women are very strong. So please, let's just change and be better women, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Thank you. See you. Bye.